Hi friends, it's Nancy and I am back to do another project for the Big Book of Ideas. I have done something similar to this in the past, but this one's got an extra little zing to it. So I made a prototype, if I can remember where I put it. Oh. So it's a postcard, but it has a paper clip, and then what's going on? I pull that out, this flips open, this falls out. I don't know what I did there. I think there's some glue sticking. So I've got two kinds of paper. This is like tea-dyed paper, you know. This is slightly heavier. Not super heavy, but I don't even know where this came from. I tea-dyed it, and clearly there was avocado dye on my table. Or maybe I did it on purpose, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm using landscape postcards. I'm wondering, can I get two this way? Yeah, okay. This one I'm worried about. It has kind of a little bend in it. Maybe I should put a piece of tape on it. So, you don't have to use a postcard. Of course, you can use any kind of an image or even a tag. You could kind of follow the same premise. So I've got my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to run a bead around the edge. There's no measurements, so you can you know, take a book image and glue it to some stiffer paper. Okay, there's one. This one, I don't, like, it doesn't even feel, it doesn't feel antique, but it is. This one speaks to me. This might be the one that's going in the book. There's a little note at the bottom. Forget one. I don't know. It's kind of in a code. 1908. Okay. Okay. So I'll be doing all 4 of them, but maybe we'll just start with the one that'll be the driest. I'm going to do a little trimmy here. I don't want to round the corners. Okay. So I want to cut this. I want to leave enough room at the top to in order to stick the mechanism up there, but not so much that the little flippy part is really short. I want to make sure I'm taking advantage of the space I have. Oop, coffee's ready. I'm gonna go get a coffee. Okay, I fixed this one. There seemed to be a little bit of glue here that had gushed out. And I'm glad because, well, I'm not glad that it gushed out. I'm glad that I fixed it because I kind of like this card. Now what's wrong with you? Why are you being a problem child? I might need to take a smidgy off the bottom. I don't know. Put it away. Put it over there, it is. Okay. My new coffee maker has it beeps when it's done brewing. All right. So I'm going to cut a piece of this stiffer stuff. This one I use, really? Yeah, I guess it is. So I want to allow the glue, some distance between, you know, where the glue line was. So I'm just going to do slightly less than 3 inches wide. Oh, here I have a piece already folded. Are you slightly less than 3 inches wide? You are 3 inches wide. Let's see if you fit. That's pretty good, Nance. Okay. So I've got it down as far as it wants to go, and it looks fairly square in there. So I'm just going to draw a pencil line. And So I'm going to cut a line that's just, a fraction lower than that pencil line. And just to make things easier for slipping in and out, you don't need to do corner around the top because it's going to be encased in the top of the card. Okay, and I've got a piece of this paper here. I'm going to cut it down to, let's say, 2 3/4. Okay. So I'm going to put some glue on both sides of this flippy floppy. It's not a flippy floppy, it's a tab. Insert tab into oh my gosh, I can see it, but I haven't had enough caffeine yet. That's my excuse. There we go. And I don't want it to go much further than a hair's breadth. Come on, Nancy. Honestly, it's not this hard. I made 2 last night. Okay, looks pretty much centered. Pat, 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 pat. Let's test the fit before I do anything else. I think that's going to be fine. All right. Make that fold really, really sharp and run a little bead there. And then just sort of back and forth fold. This might be a little too long. There, fix it. All right. Now, to add the paper clip, take a scrap of the thicker paper. I think this was about 1.5 inches wide when I cut it. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, and I'm going to grab a paper clip. Now this is going to be longer than the card, or the top of the card. So I'm going to find the center and just leave a little loop up at the top. Okay. And then I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Oh, I should have measured to see how much I need to cut off. Still using my old glue bottle that leaks, because I got the dums. I just feel like Fabri-Tac will work better. These aren't really rounded corners, they're just soft corners from their age. Okay, I'm not going to shove this all the way down. Just sort of like that. Okay. I need to add ribbon. So I've got some seam binding is the word, Nancy. Seam binding. Could use purple, but I want green. Ugh, not that green. I think I should just go with the first one. When I find seam binding, I pre-crinkle. And then I've got it shoved into a jar. Okay. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but that's gorgeous blue. That's the method I choose. Okay. This is really extra crinkly. I almost don't want to use that one. Did we like this one? No, we didn't. You're extra crinkly. Ugh, all right, let's just do it. Okay. Find an end. Okay, I'm going to share a link to a video about how to tie this bow. So I'm wrapping it around my spread fingers and then slip it down. This takes years of practice, or maybe you already know how to do it. Okay. And then I'm just going to move this to the edge of the table so I can stick the end of the ribbon down into the paper clippy loop, if indeed I can. Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm going to pull that through, and then this is where it went down between my fingers. So I'm going to lift that up and wrap the ribbon around and then pull. And I almost pulled the paper clip right out because the glue's not dry. That's going to be fine. And then trim. Whoops, not trim. 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 What do we want to call this? If you go back in my Instagram, oh, probably 2 years ago, I did a lot of these. I'm not sure if I had posted a sort of a tutorial about it or not. Can't remember. Where's my book? See, I wanted one with a green ribbon to match my green book. Well, it just opened here, so we will call this Hidden Journal Spot Postcard Paperclip. And what's today's date? It's the 15th. I got the idea for the little booklet from somewhere. I'll have to put it in the description because I can't remember. I should have looked that up, but again, not enough coffee. I'm just going to separate these slightly because I don't want it to glue together like the other one did. So we'll just leave it like that for the time being. Nice. All right, I will be working on the other ones. Get those finished before I have to go to the office this morning. I've got time. It's not, is it 6 yet? It's just turned 6. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the series. Give this a try. You don't have to use a postcard. You can use any. I might try this with a tag. That might be really interesting because then I can put anything on the front of a tag and then add a separate backing, right? I might try that. And yeah, give me a thumbs up. And if you have the time and the wherewithal, please leave a comment. I hope you have a great Wednesday. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.